Today is what everyone's been calling the special magic day. And obviously, it's not shaping up clearly to be how some had hoped. To be honest, this was the problem, right? With having expectations at all above normal. And let me know if my audio is coming in okay in the chat. Tesla down 5%, about 55 bucks down to 1,013. Again, if you look at the hourly chart on Tesla, it's sitting at where about on the 6th of December we were at. So Monday, kind of midday when we rallied up is kind of where we're sitting at the moment. Um, thank you. Thank you for the audio is good confirmation. Doom, thank you so much. All right. So, and as we move forward here into the day, I don't see any news peeking in here. Let me know in the chat if you guys find any news that has come in. But 1014 sitting on Tesla, looking like a weak close at the moment. And if you look at the Daryl, how's it going? Waka, let me know when you guys are. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. City, state, country, whatever you guys feel comfortable sharing. And let me say some cities and stuff here. While we do that, let's look at the options order flow for Tesla for a hot second. Hello from Yorkshire. Welcome, Jacob. Mexico and DeBooster. Nice. So around 2:30 Eastern, so about half an hour ago, it seems like we got some bullish divergence. Oh, whoops, hold on. Gotta share my screen. We got a little bit of bullish divergence here at 2:30-ish on Tesla. Nothing massive. You can see here the red line's above what the stock price is at the moment. So maybe we have a convergence here, but even then, it's not really that strong. 1030 is kind of where it's sitting at the moment. Let's read some cities out here. Mexico, Fresno, Colorado, Juju County, California. There we go. Hey, Exit, I got the Juju. Grab your citrus. Hopefully we can rally a little bit here until power hour close and have a good time. McAllen, Texas, Netherlands. Nice, Pim. Wilmington, Sweden, Virginia, New Zealand, Cincinnati, Santa Barbara. Randy, how's it going? London. Nice pop. Singapore, Tesla to 725, says John. Ooh, I don't know about that. Hopefully your prediction is after a split. I guess we'll find out. Here it is. Okay, we're popping a little bit here on the minute. 1018 sitting on Tesla, but still substantially down for the day. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that. Buenos Aires, Toronto. Lewis says, told y'all nothing about 12.9. It looks like that's right. And this is why you don't bet anything that you're not willing to lose on 12.9. I had no weeklies on, to my knowledge. I'm going to have to check, actually. I don't think I had any weeklies on. There's some talk on Twitter talking about, hey, maybe it's tomorrow. I don't know. Listen, if nothing happens by the end of this week, let's put this to bed finally. That's what I'm hoping for. And I hope you guys like the thumbnail. I just wanted to have a good time a little bit. Hermosa Beach, Stamford, Germany, Birmingham, Guatemala, nice. Sacramento, Bulgaria. Wow, we got people from everywhere tuning in. Northshire +1, North Wales. There we go. Greenland. No way. I don't know if that's true. That's awesome. I got someone listening in Greenland. That's awesome. Alex says you should start a phone/text service so people can reach you during down days and you tell them it's gonna be okay. Like a therapist or something. Lucid down 15%. Yes, if I pull up my EV watch list here, you'll see Lucid is down 15% on the day, and that's due to a secondary share offering that they did. I forget how much it was. They announced a bunch of convertible notes, and so whenever stocks do offerings, which it's kind of makes sense. Like for them to raise money, I think is probably a good thing. If I look at their balance sheet, Lucid, as of it says last quarter when we got announced, they had about 4.8 billion in cash, which is actually quite a bit more than I thought. Where is that mostly sitting in? It's not in short-term investments, mostly cash and cash equivalents. Interesting. So, makes sense for them to do something like this, I think. 1014 sitting on Tesla stock. China, Great American says China teased the December 10th announcement. That would be evening time tonight in the US. Yeah, I did see a little bit of that action happening in our channel member Discord, in our Juju Gang Discord, about how Giga Shanghai released some sort of video. I'm not sure if it is verified or not. Let me know if it is. About how they're saying, like, keep an eye out. We had someone in our chat, Silver, who actually can read Chinese. And he was saying, I forget what he was saying. I think he was saying it's a product. Silver, if you're in here, feel free to clear it up. Um, Elon is in the US, so doubt China is huge news, says Michael. Yeah, probably likely. 1014 sitting on Tesla. If you look at the options chain as well, so today is Thursday, duh. Tomorrow, these options expiring, these weeklies, I'm taking a look at some of these. And then at the money call, 1010 strike, or actually 1015 strike, is sitting at 15 bucks. And at the money put is sitting at another 15. So add them up together. We have about a $30 move baked in for a 1 day Tesla event, which kind of makes sense, right? We're down 54 bucks today. Baking in another $30 move plus or minus tomorrow might make sense. Julio, thank you. Tyler, welcome to our mod. So I guess that would make sense. I'm just trying to, yeah, I don't know. But if we go out to the 1100 strike, an 1100 strike for tomorrow is 79 cents. I'm not sure what your guys' thoughts are on something that far out, but 79 cents? I mean, if you wanted a YOLO, I'm just trying to think here. Oh, Mike, contact, welcome. Um, 1 second. I'm gonna try to see if I have. Yeah, and you know what? It's a rough day. Well, implied volatility is back down to 66 on a 26-week and a 13-week basis as well. Mixed with the price action doesn't look awesome. So Warren called them needing cash for a long time. Put would have been a good idea. I don't know. You're talking about Lucid, right? Yeah, well, Lucid's down 16%. Whenever you have a company in the same industry down this much, and just macro is bleeding as well, right? If we look at the Nasdaq's down 1.25%, SPY is down 50 basis points. Whenever you have macro that bad and your industry is suffering from one or two stocks that are down bad, it's just going to be a weaker day. Wow, the S&P 500 is dipping again, so it looks like some macro pressures here on Tesla. It's kind of what we're trying to face with here. Mister says, how much selling does Elon have still to go? Do we know? Well, the thing is, Elon hasn't sold in a while. I can try to pull up Gary Black's Twitter and look through some of those things here, but he hasn't sold in a while. Oops. Let's see here. Elon hasn't sold shares, Gary says, this week, and he hasn't missed a week yet. I bet he's contributing to today's selling, which hedge funds, of course, can see and front run. The 10b5-1 plan specifies dates and quantities. His broker executing the plan has broad discretion to get the best price. And this is a handy dandy chart we have from Gary as to when Elon's been selling. So the last time he sold per this graph was last Thursday. So a week ago today. I see some comments in here about Elon saying, you guys saying that Elon might tweet out saying he's done today. I wouldn't bank on that personally, just because he'd have a lot to sell. And one signal that we have is volume's only sitting at 15 million. When volume's this low, I don't think Elon would, like, if Elon sold 1/15th of the volume today, I'd be quite surprised. And we're dipping here 10-10 on Tesla, but we have to remember it's not like macro is strong today. Macro is also taking a hit. So when macro is taking a hit, and look at the Nasdaq's down again 1.3% on the day, and it's continuing to dip here. When macro is taking a hit and share volume is down, I don't think that's a recipe that Elon would sell into. Now, obviously, we'll find out within 2 business days if he has to file that. But Tesla generally has pretty strong support at around 1,000. We've seen that, right? So on the 6th of December, again, this Monday, when we dipped past below $1,000, we dipped at 950. Remember, if you were here in the live stream, by the way, if you were here last Friday, I think, let me know in the chat, when I was going through the amount of options order flow that was coming in for Tesla, and we were looking at, quite honestly, how much options or like 950 puts. We saw that come in on the Friday. That was probably a pretty good signal for us that 950 was coming, and it did on Monday, right? It just took the weekend. So $1,009 sitting on Tesla here, and we'll take a look at the options order flow now. Let's see here. So options order flow, actually, there's some calls coming in recent on the ask side. Actually, pretty big volume as well. 2.23. Do I have filters on this? Let me just make sure I don't have any filters on it. This actually looks pretty decent. Some call sweeps above the ask coming in. 1,020 strike, 1,020 strike. Okay, it's pretty decent. Pretty decent volume, premium as well. 275K. Some puts at the ask, but obviously flooded with calls here coming in the last couple of minutes here. Maybe we have a reversal to end the day. Some 1050 strikes, and the majority of these are end of the year. Some sprinkled in for expiring tomorrow, and some expiring next week. But it's good to see call volume coming back in a little bit. So let's see if we have a reversal coming here in Tesla. Let's see here. Pull up the minute chart. So 1010 sitting on Tesla currently. Anyone doing lottos? Alex asks. I was looking at them. I don't know. I mean, obviously, when Tesla's down 5% on the day, I mean, let's see the last time we were down 5% on the daily. Last time we were down pretty good percent was December the 3rd, followed by pretty much a hammer candle and then back on the way up. You know, today's price movement doesn't necessarily surprise if you look at the exponential moving or just the moving averages, the simple moving averages on the daily. The 50-day moving average is sitting right at 1,000, and we're pretty much filling back into demand there where demand is sitting. So let's see here. Another day that we had a pretty down sharp movement. I mean, this could be the thing is I do not want to see us close below 1,000. I think psychologically that would not be great for us to close below $1,000. The last time we closed below 1,000 was, let's see here. Close here was 13. Here was 1,014. Let's see here. Yeah, the last time, someone correct me if I'm wrong here. The last time we closed below 1,000 was when we closed on the up day back here on the 25th of October. So closing below 1,000 would not be good. But I don't think we're necessarily there at the moment. So 1,008.55 sitting on Tesla. Danjeet says, thanks for the content, for the channel and the content. Thank you, Danjeet, for watching. Appreciate it. We're just here to have a good time. At the end of the day, I'm sure like a lot of us spend time already looking at this stuff. It's good to come together as a community and to at least try to enjoy the price action if you can. Cybertruck will kill it, says Steve. Steve, welcome. I agree. The Cybertruck, will. The problem is we don't know when that's coming out. There's some rumors again I've been seeing about Cybertruck coming out beginning of next year. I don't buy it, personally speaking. I'm keeping my expectations towards the second half of next year, probably skewed towards the end of next year as well. I'm just keeping my expectations low so I can be surprised positively. Is Elon selling again? I mean, I just went over that. I don't think so. Volume is too low, but what do I know? I guess we'll find out. Let's take a look at option volume again. Wow, we got some 1,600 strikes coming in for January. We got a 1.57 million call bought for 1,050 strike for end of this year. Another 1,000 strike, which is at the money now, $2.38 million. Another 1,050 for the end of this year, 1.13 million. So some pretty bullish call volume coming in. This is TradeTix as well. They're affiliated. I have an affiliate link in the description if you want to try them out. What I like about them again is this options order flow. Wow. Okay, so check this out. So if this is any indication, I guess this might be a good test for us to see. Their options algo flow is showing a pretty good bullish divergence that has kicked in here to end the day maybe. And so let's see. This is kicked into high gear. I don't think it's been this high since early this morning. So let's see if we don't get a rally until closed, judging by the call volume at the moment. Again, remember, gamma exposure is another section that they have down here. And we can see it at $1,100. There's probably going to be a dampening effect at that price. So it's going to be hard to get through 1,100 with some positive gamma exposure. So keep that in mind. But yeah, it's good to see that bullish divergence. And I guess, it's easy to read it as well if you're reading all the live options flow coming in. But let's see if that has any truth to it. Let's take a look. $1,008.40 sitting on Tesla. About 45 minutes left to close. Got CNBC pulled up here as well, but I don't think they're talking anything Tesla related. You guys are saying Apple is tanking hard. Well, let's just take a look at the Qs. Qs are looking pretty weak. S&P 500 also pretty weak. Let me just try to sort this. Apple is still somehow at $174. The amount that Apple has run in the last 7 days, amazing to see this sort of strength from a name like Apple, from a name that's so heavy. Wow, it's just massive, right? Huge. What the market cap is sitting at almost $3 trillion for a company like Apple right now. So the Santa rally, I guess, was real. Okay, so $1,010 sitting or about there, sitting on Tesla stock at the moment. Let's see if the options order flow has anything to do with anything. I got a all right commenting. Hearing regarding water usage for Giga Berlin was postponed. Yes. If you're talking about there was some sort of there was news out of Berlin that they're probably going to try to delay as well because of some issues, but I've yet to catch up on that today. Let's see here. Apple will take the S&P 500 and Nasdaq, so Tesla will go with it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, Apple controls. Like, if you want to talk about sentiment, one thing I like to do, it doesn't take a genius, trust me, because I'm not one. Look at individual names like Apple, Facebook, Amazon on days like today, and to see if they're relatively stronger or weaker than the macro, and that might lead into some sort of a signal into the next day. If you get buying into those names to end the day, or selling, it could help you point into a direction for the market. The swing on Tesla's, John says the swing on the Tesla has in the last few months have been extreme. Yeah, they have, good and bad though, right? 10, thank you so much for the super chat. 10:30 at close is my guess. Well, 10's got her or his guess in. That's good. I will be asking officially for your guess at 12:45, so in about half an hour's time. Thanks, 10. Just on that 10:30, I like it. I wouldn't mind a close around 10:30. Even though high of day today is 1,062, it is what it is. Thank you, 10. Facebook is doing really well. Perhaps they will buy Robinhood again to get into fintech, says Alex. If Facebook bought Robinhood, a large portion, my guess, is of the Robinhood crowd would just boycott boycott the app. Like, I'm just me guessing. We don't have Robinhood in Canada, so what do I know? I don't know. I just feel like, it kind of goes against what the Robinhood crowd is about. No, like big tech. Don't know. Trend following trades. Yeah, unfortunately, water delay will probably delay production at Berlin until January. Yeah, it feels like it. And you know what? I mean, this is why I guess we got to have hopes for Q1. I know Gary Black also tweeted today about, and I'll go back to his Twitter if I can. He tweeted today saying he talked with some Tesla management yesterday. He said, we met with Tesla management yesterday. Thoughts? Oh, whoops. Hold on. This is the wrong screen. 1 second. There we go. He said, we met with Tesla management yesterday. Thoughts? Austin and Berlin likely to open with limited production before year end. Austin and Berlin year one volumes and gross margin should be similar to Shanghai in year one. And we have confidence that fiscal year 2022 deliveries will be approximately 1.5, where the street's currently sitting at 1.27. Battery capacity permitting. Now, I would have really given this more credibility until obviously saying battery capacity permitting. That goes without saying, I think, but it also highlights kind of where we are with Tesla. The whole thing is battery capacity, limited, right? So it's all about 4680s next year, right? If 4680 battery cell production can come off the line, can, show product market or product production fit and scalability, which 4680s are essentially what they're created for is to increase productivity and performance, but productivity first. The next year could be a banger of a year, like way more than what like Streets at 1.27. Tesla has grown. If Tesla, if we just do a base of if Tesla does 900,000 deliveries this year, which it looks like they're probably going to be, they did 900K this year. They did 500K last year in deliveries. 80% year over year growth. No new factories. Essentially, Shanghai expanding is what has contributed to that, right? And so two new factories coming in, and yes, mind you, production doesn't just come to full capacity within a couple of seconds. It takes about a year, I think, right? Elon says it takes longer to build the factory than it does to actually go from zero to full production on that factory. That's not that's no joke, right? And 2022 is important. What's more important, I'm looking at is the end of next year. If the end of next year, everything's scaling up, kind of how Shanghai is scaling up right now, and 4680s are out and Cybertrucks are coming out towards the middle of next year, end of next year, if all those things fall in line, we'll have a lot uh, more earnings per share estimates, or earnings per share increases by analysts because 4680s is what I think a large portion of them are waiting for. And I think a lot of them don't predict for Tesla's margin to get any better. And that's the big one, right? Brian, I tried to click notifications. I thought it was my Twitter for a second. Welcome, Brian. VIX is up 5%. Is that right? Let me pull up my macro chart here. Yeah, VIX is climbing. Good catch. I didn't even see that. Whenever VIX, yeah, there we go. Whenever VIX is climbing, not good for growth. Not good for bull runs. Michael, it's good to see you back. Keep the faith. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I was gone. My internet was busted up last 2 or 3 days. I had a bad time. I had no Wi-Fi at home. I was using data for everything, and I was like, I'm not live streaming over data because in Canada we don't have amazing phone plans like you guys do in the States. So, Rob says, Yash, aren't there any other European countries that are more business friendly? Why did Tesla choose Germany? It's a good question. I mean, I can't answer for Tesla, but I think Germany is important, right? I think Germany with Daimler, with the brand appeal that German auto manufacturing brings, with the amount of auto industry that is already in Germany, I think with that comes sure some risk, some geopolitical risk, some red tape. But if Tesla can pull this off, pull this off, and all indications are looking like it's just dragging their feet to the end here. The bureaucrats are, but if Tesla can pull this off, I think in the long haul, this is extremely important to Tesla's brand. You talk about auto manufacturing. I have some friends like this that say that they'll only buy German cars. Like I have friends like that. Don't know why. Don't ask me, but they say that they're German quality is the best quality, and they live and die by it, which is fine. To each their own. And I think Tesla being able to pull off what they've done here in North America, in Germany, I think over the long haul is going to pay off. Also, I mean, Germany is kind of in the central. It's central for everything in Europe as well. So like you can ship around cars everywhere. So Germany, you got Shanghai, you got Fremont. Um, and by the way, Fremont, we don't even talk about, Fremont, they want to up capacity by 50%. Don't, don't know how they're going to do that. And then obviously Giga Texas, which is going to be huge. Let's see here. Building a factory is easy in comparison. Elon says ramping is the most difficult. For sure. For sure. But the thing is also we have to remember it's not Tesla's first factory, right? I think Shanghai took away some of that execution risk that is intrinsic in building up and scaling auto manufacturing. I think before Shanghai there was a degree of like, well, do we believe in Tesla's ability to build a factory and to start and scale production? And I think taking at least what the Shanghai blueprint is, and I know Berlin and Austin are totally different, they're kind of new age factories, even better. I think that takes a lot of the execution risk out of it. It's not Tesla's first rodeo. So, And yeah, Cora says good access in Germany to highly skilled engineers. Absolutely, right? I think human skill, human labor is really probably, other than batteries, probably the limiting factor here. Let's take a look at options order flow. So we're not really moving up. $1,008 sitting on Tesla. Let's take a look at the options order flow. Still sitting at a pretty high divergence there. Again, remember theory here being that taking all the options order flow and ranking it, stock price over the long haul should converge, all things being equal. Of course, nothing's it's not a complete science here. Um, and let me just reset these filters, put in Tesla. Let's see some live options order flows coming in. So again, a lot of calls at the ask, right? 1015 strike for tomorrow. So some pretty heavy call buying coming into the day, into end of the day here in the last half an hour. Some puts swept at the bid, meaning these are sold, which, selling negative delta is essentially positive delta. Um, some puts at the ask, indeed, for sure. A couple here. So, but a lot of call flow coming in. A lot of call flow coming in. So let's go back. I mean, we have half an hour left here into the trading day. Looks like it might be an interesting day, nonetheless. But this kind of feels like this options order flow kind of feels like how last Friday we were seeing those 950s coming in. But I think 950s were actually way stronger than it is now. But um, let's see. Cybertrek says rumors that Tesla app is getting to rideshare. Cybertrek, where did you hear that? Is that on Twitter? I haven't seen that. Albeit I've been off Twitter a little bit today. Uh, let's see here. Yeah. I mean, Elon said, I think circa 2 years ago, probably, that the Tesla app you'd be able to summon out your car with robo taxis in the fleet. I don't think we're anything close to that yet, but that could be probable. That could be probable, but I don't know. I don't think Tesla loves the idea of like having to create an Uber out of their app, probably. Benjamin says, Yash, I don't think you realize you said it backwards. You said the building factory takes a long time, production is easy. Yes, not production is definitely not easy, but sorry, what I'm saying is Elon has said it takes longer to build it takes longer to build the factory than it does for that factory once it starts production to get to full scale production. That's right, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's right. Nico, sorry. I won't say puts up the ask. I never said up the ask, by the way. I said at the ask, but I can see where the confusion comes in from. Let's see here. Let's see. Right. Sorry, I said it backwards. I said it backwards. I said it backwards again. You guys know what I mean, though. You guys know what I mean. Longer to ramp, easier to build. So when it comes to the second part of that, easier to build section, I don't know. I don't know if that lends credence to new gear factories coming out as well. By the way, I know Elon said during the shareholders meeting that 2023 they might decide to start peaking a little bit into new factories. I just don't know if that. I don't know if they want to deviate from Austin, considering how big Austin and Berlin are going to be. Production takes longer. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. I got to take another slice. Tesla's dumping. Yeah, I mean a little bit. 10:06 here on Tesla, and I'm gonna pull up the options just for me here for a second. Tesla is taking a hit. $1,000 should have good support. Again, I don't want to see Tesla close below 1,000. Would not be great, to say the least, for us to close below 1,000. Would show some weakness here by the bulls. But again, remember, VIX is climbing again, right? This is the VIX on a 5-minute. So when VIX is climbing, that's obviously not good. Yields are down, though, on the day. Macro, 1.35% down for the NASDAQ. S&P 500 is sitting 60 basis points down now at the moment. Tesla's sitting at $1,005. I've got low vitamin C levels. I know, digital. CNBC, there's nothing happening on CNBC. I don't know about the China news. I don't know about the China. Let me know in the comments if you guys have been watching. If you guys have been watching a lot of the news coming out of China, or with Giga Shanghai and the rumors around 10 or an announcement coming in the app. Someone let me know what the kind of going thesis is around that. I don't know. CPI worries pressing market down. I'm gonna have to pull up Twitter here in a second. John says 12.9 was a troll move. Well, to be fair, I don't think Elon. Well, I think Elon coming out and saying literally last week in that interview, saying, "Hey, I have no idea what you're talking about." I guess that's probably a signal. Then again, a lot of people were saying at the end of the day that hey, nothing matters, and Elon tweeted that out as well. So I think it's kind of confirmation bias. You can find whatever narrative you're looking for, which is again why I'm really happy that that 12.9 is going to pass us because we'll have an answer officially. Like at the end of the day, we'll have an answer to whether or not this is a troll. So Nicholas, I was using leverage, which was quite a huge mistake. If it goes below 960, I will lose a lot rep. Do you think this might come true this year? Well, Nicholas, I can't give you advice, but one thing I would say is like just evaluate your risk tolerance, right? And if you can't sleep at night properly with whatever you have put out, without and it's you're quite literally losing sleep over it, I think you might want to reevaluate and make sure that you put more importance into your stress levels as well. I think that's important. If you're stressing over every move, and quite honestly, there's a non-zero chance that Tesla goes to 900 for sure. Like who's to say there isn't? And so it's all about probabilities at the end of the day. I get that. But if you're over leveraged, like I get it. Over leveraging can bring really good returns, but if that brings you unease in your life, right? I think that's something to reevaluate at the end of the day. But again, what do I know? I'm an idiot. But I do think prioritizing that part of your because when we're emotional, we can't make great decisions, right? At the end of the day. Do I think Tesla has good support at 1,000? Yes, but if Tesla closes below 1,000 here, or macro something comes out with macro wise, and we've seen it in the last couple of weeks here with all the Omicron stuff that came out of left field, right? No one expected that to happen. So, this is the thing. 10 sitting on Tesla here. Tesla's just flirting in this range. Volume weighted average price on the day is 1,030, which is also 10's guess here. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Mr. Pocket says I sold 3 monthly put spreads, 900 and below are my strikes. Hopefully they do well. Monthlies, so those are expiring on, is it the 24th? Christmas Eve? Or I guess Christmas Eve, the market hours might be a little bit wonky. Digital says I was stressing about margin, but also stressing about missing my leap. So I choose to have one stress instead of two. Fair enough. Paul says, guess that split isn't happening, at least today. Yeah, yeah, probably not. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it would probably raise too many eyebrows if they did. Like, what if they were like, hey, this 12.9 thing's happening? Like, everyone's talking about it. Why don't we do something to kind of put on 12.9? I think that would raise a lot of eyebrows. So Nico says, I'll laugh my ass off if we get a split after hours. Yeah. Hey, if that happened after hours, I would not. I'd definitely welcome it. I just don't know if that's feasible to ask about. Dan says, hey, Ash, are you going over to Adam's Clubhouse after the live stream? I guess. I don't know. I wasn't invited. I don't know if it's invite only. Is Elon still selling? I don't think with the volume. Well, actually, volume stepped up a little bit. 16.5 million here. Half an hour left to go. I suppose it's feasible. I don't think it's probable. And the reason why is because the whole market's down. If we take a look at like Ford's down 1%, GGPI, which is Polestar's SPAC, down 5%. GM's down 1.7%. Honda's down 1%. Lucid's down, Lucid's down 17.65%. New low of day here, I think, for Lucid, 36.76. Neo's down 3%. Nikola's down, Rivian's down 5%. Toyota Motors Company's down. Like, just macro is bad at the moment. So, and again, VIX, I'll go back to VIX here for a hot second. VIX is now over 22 bucks. So will you be discussing dark pool trades today, says Bruno. Yeah, Bruno, I've got my trading ticks pulled up here. I was taking a look at it. Let's see here. Let's go to trading ticks. Let's hit where am I gonna find it? Let's hit stocks in the ticker. Let's put in Tesla. And let's go down to the dark pools. Let's see here. Okay. Dark pool levels, dark pool orders today. So we got some 44,000 shares here. Anything massive though? Let's see. Anything on December 9th that's massive. Let's see here. No, I'm sorted by highest volume here. Trying to see where it ranks in the last month. So nothing massive. Let's see. We had 45 million share order here. 45 at 1,030 was our last one. 1,030. So what's VIX? That's the volatility index. If you throw it into your ticker anywhere, you can pull up what the volatility index is, and essentially it's a good gauge for how much fear is in the market and uncertainty. In general, the correlation you're looking for here is an up VIX means a dampened bull market in the last 4 years. So, if you're talking about the Corona crash, you should have seen VIX back then. Pull it up here for you guys. Corona crash, VIX literally went in the middle of February from 15, which is about tame, really tame, to about 85 bucks. We haven't been that high since, but and in this last kind of variant news event, we've kind of experienced the same. 1,350 sitting on Tesla at the moment. Let's see here. Michael said, I took a delivery of a Model Y long range yesterday. Love it. Hey, that's awesome, Michael. So you didn't bother getting the rebate, or what were you just didn't care, I guess, for the rebate? Or if you're in America, I'm assuming in here, I guess. I've been hearing some people saying, hey, they're going to delay deliveries. We have some people in our Discord as well saying they want to delay deliveries until January for the rebate. Not sure what effect that's going to have. Someone says it's official. Evergrande defaulted. This is just the beginning as far as what you see regarding price drops across the board. Just my opinion. Let me pull up the Evergrande news. Let's see here. Let's see. Hey, Canada to leave inflation target at 2% in new mandate. That's good. Let's see here. What's this Evergrande news? Evergrande's like a big whale. That was this morning, right? Yeah. Okay. So nothing breaking on that news yet. CPI data coming out. That's going to pressure Tesla more. That's right. CPI data, is that come out tomorrow? I don't know what sort of print we're going to get on that. Let me just pull that up. Event calendar tomorrow. Let's see here. Why do I have a Ford event in my calendar? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Let's pull this up. 1,005 sitting on Tesla. And yeah, CPI tomorrow says, Michael, 0.7% increase is expected, 0.5% core. Interesting. So Ye says stock loss harvesting, perhaps, but I would argue on a stock like, wow, I mean, across the board, the markets have been at all-time highs. So maybe you'd see that in a couple select tickers, but not market wide, I guess. Dan says, check out Garrett Black's tweet about Herbert Diess. He's staying with Volkswagen. I just saw that actually. So there goes all the news about everyone wanting Herbert Diess coming in. He keeps the CEO role, reshuffles executive team, increases EV spend. At least Volkswagen is trying to electrify pretty hard. So there is that. 1,003 sitting on Tesla. Can't catch a bounce here to end the day. I'm going to try to, hold on. I'm going to see what I want to do here. The markets are down. Do I want to buy a lotto? You guys let me know in the chat. Should I buy a lotto for tomorrow? I don't want to spend a lot, to be quite honest. I buy another week, it's more expensive. Faisal says Elon's broker's working hard today. $1,003 sitting on Tesla stock. Need more mandarins. Yes, Tyler, that's right. Nicholas is trying to save my money. Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate that. He says no, don't buy it. What's a lotto? I'm thinking about buying just a weekly call out of the money expiring tomorrow. What do I buy? 1,004 sitting on Tesla. That's funny. Okay, I'll just buy a small weekly, just for fun. Watch us gap down tomorrow. I'm buying a call out of the money call. Watch us gap down tomorrow. You guys will be like, yeah, obviously your bad luck there. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. About 1050 for tomorrow. Let's see. Buy 1100s. Ooh, 1100s would have ran me way less. What are 1100s trading for? 1100 is quite the pop though. $100 pop in a day. Like we'd have to bounce 10%. Those are 62 cents. I guess you're right. If you get a pop or a gap up in the morning though, right? Gabe says buy puts. Well, momentum's probably on your side there. 930 puts for tomorrow is 78 cents. I don't know. I'm just trying to, I don't really have a plan here. 18 minutes till close. Let's see here. Definitely a lot of. Are you expecting inflation data to be under estimates? I don't know if that's a winning bet, but selling pressure with CPI, Fed next meeting, tapering, increasing intent. You guys are pointing me downwards. Let's see. Yeah, buying premium one day out is never a good idea, generally speaking. I mean, you can definitely get those insane returns. But for some reason, whenever I do it, it's never a good idea. Other people, you see on Twitter, you go on Twitter, you see those people that turn like those 15-cent calls into like $15 calls, and you're like, what? How? Like, I'm trying to remember the last time that big of. Actually, I told you guys that Facebook story. I bought like 20 Facebook contracts. This is like 6 months ago or something. Maybe I told this on a live stream. I bought them for like 15 or 20 cents. I'm trying to remember all the details. Won't have them I'll have them pretty accurate, but not all the way. I bought like a handful of these contracts for a lotto position for 2 or 3 days out. And I sold them for what I thought was like, oh great. I made like, forget like 15 cents each, and I sold out for like 25. And I was like, screw it, I'm gonna put it into Tesla now, into these weeklies. Tesla dipped, obviously, as Tesla does. But these Facebook calls, I don't know what happened. Some news came out with Facebook or something. But as soon as I sold at close, the next morning, some Facebook news came out. Facebook literally pops like 7% the next day. I think those calls came in the money and were trading for like $4 or $5. I was like, you can't make this. You can't make this up with like. For me, I don't know what it is. That sort of luck always with weeklies is just not there. And then you're asking Yash, why are you even buying weeklies? I don't know. So I'm up on that a little bit. So Tesla's 1,007 here. You guys are still saying 1,007 close. Okay, yeah. Put in your guesses. We got 15 minutes left till close. Throw in your guesses. As to what Tesla's going to close today at the closing bell. You guys are saying buy puts for tomorrow. Buy a lotto put. I don't know. We'll find out. Some Kesses coming here. Okay, 1,004, 17. Someone saying Waka saying 997. Another person saying 997. Remember, this is Price is Right rules. Okay, so meaning if Tesla closes at 1,001 and you guessed 1,099, you win. But if you guess 1,001 and 1 cent and you're over, you lose. So Price is Right. If you've watched that. Already. 1,014. So 1,007 sitting on Tesla here. $1. Okay. Awesome. All right, get your guesses in. You have a couple more minutes here, and then we'll close the guessing. Remember, if you guess twice, don't try to be cheeky. If you guess twice, we're taking your second guess. So only guess once. How often do you stream? Nicholas, I wish I had an answer for you. I try to stream probably twice a week. I post almost every single day. This week's been a little bit off because my internet at home has been bad. But yeah, feel free to hit subscribe, hit like, join the Juju gang. If you like Tesla, we can pretty much talk about Tesla here. 1,007 sitting on Tesla at the moment. Dan, I did not. I will have to check that out. I did see that posted in our Discord. Um, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Let's check the macro markets for a second. VIX is let's pull up the minute chart. Not great, but we're catching a bounce here on the VIX. Nasdaq, actually Nasdaq's rallying a little bit until close. SP 500, same deal here. Tesla's still sitting at this $1,007-ish area. Elon tweeted, did he? Let me see here. Pull it up. What did he tweet? Probably nothing if it's during market hours, I'm guessing. Let's see here. Oh yeah, he just replied to the Starship photo with some fire emojis. Okay. He's talking about Doge again or crypto again. Nothing major going on there per se. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure some people will read into this more than it needs to. Okay, there we go. John says, man, 12.9 is some BS then. Hey, it always was a joke. But yeah, it's not looking like it was anything, quite honestly. And I think that was probably the right expectation to have. Some people are still holding out, right? Some people are holding I see it on Twitter. Some people are holding on saying after hours something is coming, but we're probably going to arrest this conspiracy theory tonight. Wow, hold on. What the heck? This CryptoPunk? Hold on, let me check this out. This CryptoPunk bought for 2,500 ETH. So what, 10 mil? 10 schmil. CryptoPunks, I just don't get how expensive these things are. It's nuts. It's nuts. Michael says the best conspiracy is no conspiracy. 1,010 on Tesla. Catching the $2 bounce. There we go. All right. So your closing guesses are in. And I'm going to try to make sure that these don't get cut off this time. Because I know last time they did. Pull this up here. There we go. Actually, Gary Black is tweeting. Let's see here. Squawk Squares says, looking for some news after hours tonight that Elon completed his sale of stock. Rumor that his 10B may have an end date of today. Didn't you see something about this too, to Gary? Gary says, wouldn't surprise me. If Elon planning one quarter at a time, he would have to end his plan before starting a new plan for next quarter. And he'd have to put the new plan in place before the fourth quarter window closes. Likely next week, 2 weeks before quarter close. Interesting. Okay. Don't know how much stock to put into this. Interesting. Okay. Feeling a little bit better on the lotto. So 10, sorry, let me just go back. 10 sitting on Tesla stock. I got too many windows pulled up here, folks. Bear with me. CNBC, I don't see anything on Tesla there. So 10.11.50 currently sitting on Tesla stock. How long will we be in this trading range, says Grav. Man, Grav, I couldn't tell you, but listen, hey, at the end of the day, I know it feels like we're in a rut, but let's just have some perspective for a hot second. Let's pull up the daily graph. Like, yes, we're trading into this range, but quite literally, I remember going live with Bradford Ferguson end of October. Was it 25th or something, or the 22nd or something like that? And us quite literally running from back then in the mid 800s. So yes, I mean, it does feel like we're stuck a little bit here, but remember, being stuck in a trading range is not the worst case, right? You got to flush out sellers, you got to bring in new demand, establish a higher base. These are good things for the long haul. Fundamentally, human psychology as well. Like at the end of the day, you know, if Tesla can stay, and this is what we saw this year as well, right? If Tesla can stay and establish a new base, that's just speaking at a human psychological level. People that don't know about the stock that want to buy in, if they continually hear that Tesla is sitting at 1,000 and, or Amazon is, or whatever stock is, swap out any stock, establishes a new base, right? So Robin says, if he finished selling, that would make it a big day. It would, but how would he announce that? Like, does anyone know what disclosure he'd file to come out and say he's done selling? Also, I don't think he's done selling. Like, if you do the math as to when he'd be done selling, I don't even think he's halfway through yet, right? Um, Remember, also one thing I will add, I think today's XPX roll day. I can pull that up to make sure that that's right. I think today's SPX roll day, so a lot of rolling action happens in the markets today. Remember, quadruple witching is in a couple weeks as well, or next week. So ahead of that, there's some roll action. That's kind of probably what we're seeing in the markets, mixed with some scares of inflation. So Michael says he's about 60% sold. Okay. I don't think he completed that 40% today. There are people, though, that will tell you that he will complete the rest next year in 2022, which I guess can make sense. Gary Black was actually saying this on Clubhouse last week. He was saying if Elon really wanted to get the best price, he should, and the best tax, whatever, he should have waited until next year and sold everything next year, despite the higher tax rate, because the stock price would be higher, which kind of leads me to believe that the money, the newfound money that Elon has is likely going into something, a new, like SpaceX wise. When we saw that SpaceX needed some money and he was saying there's a possibility it can go bankrupt and the news headlines around that, I think we're probably going to hear soon that Elon is investing a lot of billions of dollars into SpaceX. Just my guess. And I don't think I don't think that's not been said before either. It just, it follows suit with Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos. All these guys sell shares and they put it into their space ventures. So Dave says ranges on historically volatile stocks are phenomenal. I sold verticals on Friday, 30 per contract, bought back for $2 on Tuesday and bought another 100. Damn, Dave, good trading with you. Hey, that's awesome. Wow. This is the problem I have, though, and maybe you can speak to this or someone else can. Like, I'm always scared. I mean, with verticals, I guess you cap it off a little bit. You have that padding, but it's like, Tesla can explode at any given day. Like we've seen it, right? Tesla just gaps up all of a sudden like 10%. It's like, what happened? Who knows? So, you know, Steve says rain sucks. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, I think it's raining today, to be honest, here. $1,008 sitting on Tesla. Pull this up here. Yeah, not a great day. Not a great day, stock speaking wise. Paul says when Elon's done, he'll tweet, haha, yes. Put that little hedgehog as well. Is CNBC saying anything smart? Let me just pull this up.
And David, we haven't even seen business recovery yet. So I think there's real upside to that name. Marriott is opening 30.
You don't really care about Marriott, to be quite honest. Wow, 1,005 sitting on Tesla. Looks like VIX is going down, but the Qs, actually the Qs are looking fine. SPY is looking fine. Why is Tesla selling off here? I guess we'll find out. I don't know. I don't know if Elon is selling today, but I guess suppose anything's possible. Johnny says tomorrow could stocks drop more? Absolutely. I mean, tomorrow is our CPI day, right? But who knows? I mean, CPI. I mean, betting against inflation is probably not the smartest thing right now. Jay says, "Come on, Yash, drink more juju." I finished my orange, but I'll have some water. Oh, $1,006 sitting on Tesla. Tomorrow is Friday as well. Yes, tomorrow is Friday. Astute observation. And now listen, tomorrow's Friday, and oops, what's this? Tomorrow's Friday. Anything can happen. Obviously, we got lottos, and actually, let's check out before we have 5 minutes till closing bell here. Check out the options order flow for a hot second here. Still looking like we have a bullish divergence, albeit it's still in the red, meaning it's still a weak algo score. It's not in the green. But promising a little bit. It has stepped down a little. Live options order flow is looking like this. Anything outstandingly huge? Some put sweeps coming at the ask for tomorrow at 1,050 strikes. So those are in the money puts. Let's see here. Some call sweeps at the ask just coming in 139,000 for 1,100 strike for next week. Okay. 11. Actually, a decent amount of call premium coming in for next week at 1,100. 62K worth of premium here, 127K worth of premium here, 139K here. Interesting. Okay, keep an eye on that. 1,004 sitting on Tesla at the moment. Another one just came in actually. Check this out. 1,100 next week expiration, 160K worth of premium. Interesting. So someone is, and then we just got some puts, well, these smaller premium, but interesting. Remember last Friday, we saw all those 950 puts coming in hand over fist, hand over fist, hand over fist. We're not seeing the same level of strength with calls being bought right now, but still relatively strong with how many call sweeps we're seeing to end the day, despite this action. So don't know if that's bullish for tomorrow, but I guess we'll find out. Super chat again. Did I miss a super chat? Oh, I'm the worst with that. I'm so sorry. I don't think I did though. Hopefully I'm not wrong. So close to 1,000. Yes. The 50 SMA is about to be tested. The 50 SMA is currently sitting at, what did I say? 1,001. Again, I don't want to see us close below 1,000. That goes without saying, right? Need to hold 1,000 here to close the day. And cross my fingers, I think we will. Now, technically speaking, obviously we've retested, like moving averages on the downside should be demand lines for us. They should be where demand sits at, where people are like, hey, I'll buy at this moving average or that moving average. And that's the theory, right? So us closing at that demand line could be a bounce back day tomorrow. Should we gap down, we don't really have a lot of support on the daily up until our 100-day moving average, I guess, which is sitting at 865. So something to keep in mind, though. So some potential for a move, I guess. I guess tomorrow might hinge on CPI, it sounds like. Julio says, Yashu, 1,050 tomorrow. Let's do it. 252. Are you in it too? Let's see. You're in it lower than I am. Nice. I don't know. I'm expecting 0 on that. Just just heads. Like that's, trust me. You don't want to be joining me on these trades at the end of the day. A gap down below the 50 days to start tomorrow would be suboptimal for sure. It might lure in buyers though. It might bring in short sellers. If it brings in shorts, it could be a trap day tomorrow, pre-market especially. If pre-market were down, and we kind of saw that action yesterday. If pre-market were down, kind of brings in those sneaky shorts. And if we end up ripping on the day, it could be bad. Marco, thank you, my friend, for the €5 super chat. Could your view on the Sawyer Mayor, incredible news he couldn't talk about? I saw this on Discord. I haven't pulled it up on Twitter. I guess I can now. Let me just pull it up so I don't say something off. Let's see here. Let's see here. Was it yesterday he tweeted that out or today? Okay, anyways, Sawyer tweeted, I believe, saying that someone shared him some incredible news. He can't share it, but it gets him really excited. Essentially, kind of the catch on the day. So, I don't know. I have zero insight into anything. I have no idea. Obviously, it's good. Here we go. 1,003.40 cents sitting on Tesla. Let's see here. Who got that right? 1,003.80 cents. All right, accumulating got 1,003 on the dot. Brian got 1,003 on the dot. Dietry was over, but I think Daniel Lopez may win this. 1,003. Oh no, Ted Shell, you have won. Oh no, Alex has 1,003.69. There we go. I got a lot of 1,003 guesses. So Alex, you have won some good juju on the day. There we go. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, you guessed 1,003.69. But we're all winners at the end of the day. We're all winners at the end of the day. 1,003.80 closing on the day for Tesla. I don't know entirely what to expect for tomorrow. It does sound like we're going to get some macro news, so it might be dependent on that. Again, at the end of the day, down 5 or 6% on the day, $65 down day on Tesla. What's important here, what I'm looking at is 1,000 holding up until we get news on Austin and Berlin. If 1,000 doesn't hold, I don't want to bring bad juju into the world, but let's look at downside risk here. If 1,000 doesn't hold, which is our 50-day moving average, right? Our next demand line, unless you use EMAs, which I guess you could, we can have sneaky levels, but our next major level, I guess you could say, might be our gap down level that we retested already once the other day at 944. If not, then we talk about 100-day moving averages again. But I think that gap, I'm not entirely sure if that gap does get filled. Maybe famous last words. Guess we'll find out. What was the close? Close is $1,003.80 sitting on Tesla. Bad choo-choo. Hey, anything can happen. Tomorrow's a Friday. I guess you could say Tesla doesn't love Fridays. They love Mondays a lot more. We know this. Through our analytics, we know that Tesla appreciates Mondays quite a lot. Tesla's win rate on Mondays are apparently the highest, and on Fridays, one of the lowest. So take that with a grain of salt. Let's see. Again, January though, I guess we're trying to crawl through December here and get to January. I think what we need is obviously macro to not shit the bed tomorrow. Not sure if that's asking too much, but also we need Berlin and Austin news to come out. I think we need Berlin and Austin news to come out for us to have more. Steve, are you back tomorrow? Yes. Let's live stream tomorrow as well. How about that? Let's live stream. I know that's only because of this week I've been a little bit lacking. I was going to have another video out today about a reaction video to CNBC, or no, sorry, Yahoo Finance talking about Tesla. So I'll have that out at some point, and then we'll go live tomorrow for Power Hour again. But down 6% of the day. It is what it is. We'll find out if we get any sort of news. I wouldn't expect it at the end of the day. So it is what it is. Where's stock split? Who knows? Hit like button for juice. Thank you for the juju. Yes, indeed. And he says 12/9 eulogy days live on Clubhouse now. Yeah, for sure. I guess we'll find out, folks. But thanks for tuning in. Had an awesome time in the last hour. Thanks for all your comments, support, likes, subscribes to the channel. One thing I wanted to say is thanks for 17,000 subscribers. We passed 17,000 a couple days ago. Didn't have a chance to come on and say thanks. So thank you for that. Huge milestone, I guess, since a huge milestone since 16,000. But nonetheless, I'm still humbled by your guys' support. So thanks so much. It is what it is. Down 6% for the day. Can't take the good without the bad. It is what it is. I'd like to, again, see $1,000 hold, though. That is kind of what I'm keeping an eye on in terms of risk reward. So let's hope 1,000 holds after hours as well. Sitting pretty much flat after hours. Thanks, y'all. Take care. It is what it is. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys liked the thumbnail and had a good laugh out of it. All right, guys. Much love. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next